Hello everybody and welcome to What's My Role? My name is Ben Marguerite and I'm your host and Dungeon Master. With me as always are our players Tom, Isaac, Nathan, and Hamish. And we're a D&D 5th edition actual play podcast recorded and produced in beautiful Hong Kong. Time has been looping for the members of the NWA. They face the same day again and again, each loop ending in death and carnage for the town. Will our heroes find a way out of this time loop? Can the monster be stopped? Find out in What's My Role, Episode 11. Welcome back. On our last episode, you woke up after the sun had set. In your beds, you felt that tremor and woke up. Mr. Hanks, you woke up having remembered your last moments, dying. And Falorhana, your husband, turned to you and you seemed a bit odd and he wished you luck and he hoped that the festival would cheer you up and he went off and said he would see you later. We'll begin with Mr. Hanks.
Late at night! Oh my god. Wait, it's happening again. No, what do you mean again? I don't understand any of this. And I run to the kitchen and I open the cupboard and I take out the bottle of whiskey and I immediately screw off the top. And I just start chugging it and oh my god, and they'll make the pain go away. And I drink more.
Give me a Constitution save.
Man. 14.
14. You're not so incapacitated with a few glasses, but the DC is going to be lower.
I drink the whole thing and then I throw it down
into the fireplace.
It's
these guys.
It's the equivalent of 1 point of exhaustion, so your skills are going to be at disadvantage.
I would like to make a case here that anybody who can scull straight whiskey out of the bottle is a seasoned alcoholic and would not suffer such effects.
I am going to make the point that
I've been sober
you
for
haven't drunk in a long time.
And then I come charging out of my house.
Just stop punching people.
Oh, no. And headed towards the town, mumbling, I gotta find this Garrett, and it was Tobin and Falorhana. What's going on? Lady night. And I head towards the Forbidden Flask.
Oh, no.
You head towards the Forbidden Flask. It is morning.
Yay!
You haven't showered. You haven't done anything for your day. Mr. Pibbs has gone without his food for that day. We'll cut over to Garrett. Garrett, you wake up. You were hiding in an alley, and then you woke up in your bed.
He just wakes up and just stares at the ceiling and just lies there for a little while, just thinking about what the hell is happening and what the hell they're going to do. What can they do? Every day now, just going to die, going to watch horrific things happen. He keeps thinking about terrible things that happened yesterday. The body getting just flung into the square and just shattering.
Yeah.
What a horrible thing to witness. And then having to run away and leave Mr. Hanks there. He imagines he's woken up. Maybe Mr. Hanks has as well, but what if he hasn't? And what if, when it came down to it, he was a coward and ran away and left Mr. Hanks to die?
As you think that, you hear the shop open, the doorbell, and
I
you
call
hear,
out,
Garrett!
"Hi, Mr. G."
Oh, Garrett, you're awake. Good. We have to get everything set up. It's going to be a great day.
He kind of just slowly pulls himself out of bed and, walks over. He's probably got like a wash bowl and wets his face, dries it off. Yeah. It's going to be a great day.
It's getting dark.
I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I'm probably gonna die. I say, what's going on?
So Garrett, you kind of get ready. This is kind of a weird resignation as you get yourself washed up.
Yeah.
Do you go see Mr. G? Do you go?
He puts everything on. He's just going through the motions, thinking this is what I'm supposed to do. I put my things on, and but I think as he's getting ready, he's got his weapons that he keeps off to one side, and he looks down at the gun. He holds it in his hands and kind of turns it over and inspects it, and he holsters it, puts his sword in its sheath, grabs his shield, straps it on. Walks straight out, and he says, "I'm sorry, Mr. G. I can't help you.
What?
I got something I gotta do. And he just walks straight out.
Hey, Garrett, wait! And you see your mom kind of heading in as well. Garrett, what are you... Garrett? And you just...
I stop, and I give my mom a kiss on the cheek. And I say, I'll see you later. I just walk straight out.
And you see them calling after you as you head straight down. Where are you heading?
I don't know. He just heads out.
Okay.
You know, he knows that he's going to find the others out there. They're going to find each other.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fellerhana.
After having said
you
goodbye.
had that whole conversation, yeah.
Yep. Just awkwardly just going, okay, just do exactly what Mum said. Going inside her own mind and just screaming in her own head. And then after a while of that, right, going to my desk, taking out a blotter and writing down every single detail I can remember of the last 2 days and of that creature and what it had on him.
Yeah.
With a smile on my face, just writing that out.
It takes you, I would say, at least an hour in terms of writing all the details that you can remember.
Mm-hmm.
And you have what appears to be a horrifying retelling of the day of that's happened twice so far for yourself.
All right. Putting that away. Oh, Tobin. Telepathic link to him.
Morning. Are you
Yeah.
okay?
Yes. Fuck the festival. We have work to do.
Do you know what this means?
I'm trying not to think about it too much because I think I'll either be very happy or very depressed. So we need to move quickly. What did you do differently yesterday?
I talked to the professor about the coin, and I went to Tuck to get the book from him.
Can you go find that book now? I'll meet you at the shop.
Okay, I'll meet you at the shop.
Cool. You know where Tuck lives.
Yeah.
He's at the university, so you can go to his dorm area.
Yeah, I jump out of bed. I feel like the wheels in my head are turning. That I didn't have to die for it to be reset was a massive relief. Sorry, Mr. Hanks. But I feel like Tobin's terrified, but also he feels like this is a puzzle that can be solved and that we just need to find all the clues. So he's kind of motivated to do that. He knows they can outrun the monster, hopefully. And
Awesome.
in the meantime, just find out what he can. So I'm going to go and get the book from Tuck.
As you walk out the front door, Garrett's sitting there on the front step, and he's just eating a sweet roll. And he's fully decked out. Like, he's not even wearing a traveling cloak or anything like that. He's just in his armor, just like weapons. And he looks up at you, and he hands you a sweet roll.
I grab it, say thanks, take a bite. Say, come on, we got work to do.
Right. Gets up, goes with him.
You head over to the university. You know this room. You've been here a few times. You've hung out. And Tuck has a private dorm. And the door is closed.
I knock at the door.
1 second. And a few seconds later, the door opens, and you see Tuck Elphage.
Good morning, Tuck.
Hey, Tobin. And I sorry, I don't know you. Your
Hey,
name.
I'm Garrett. Nice to meet you.
Hi, you guys. How's it going?
Hey, Tuck, someone said you had a book. We need it.
Someone said I had a book.
They said you were going to surprise me with a book, and I really need it right now.
Roll for persuasion at disadvantage.
Don't have time to bullshit. 12.
I didn't tell anyone about the book. How did you hear about the book? I was actually going to surprise you. Is everything okay?
Tuck, everything's great. I'm a wizard. I have powers.
You met my sister.
Oh my god. I
Tuck.
mean, he's...
You work in the fields. You work with magic. You're magic with your fingers and planting things. I'm magic. I can do things. I know things. I need the book.
Tobin, I don't mean to be rude, but are you okay? You seem really stressed. You're saying you're fine, but I've never seen you like this before. You seem quite... Is everything okay?
Hey, man, stress of the festival. Preparing everything.
Right, I always forget that you have like a real job.
Yeah, that's funny you forget I have a real job.
I mean, I was at the library and that's how I got the
Tuck,
book.
give me the book on summoning right now. We don't have time.
He reluctantly goes over and he grabs the book.
Thanks, Tuck. You're a real good friend.
All right, yeah, you like snatch it from him, I guess. He kind of looks at you. Give me an insight check.
10.
With a 10, I think you can read enough insight in that he wanted to give you a gift, and Tuck likes you as a friend, and possibly more than a friend, and he's hurt, but he respects you, and okay, well, I guess I'll see you later, as he kind of closes the door, and enjoy the book.
I put my foot in the door, and I push it back open, and I say, Tuck, you may have helped us save the world. You're a true friend.
Okay, thanks.
As the door closed, I turn to Garrett and I say, fuck that up. I hurt his feelings.
Well, maybe you might get another chance at it.
Well,
Let's hope not, though.
let's hope not.
Cool. What would you like to do with this?
I'll go back to the shop, meet Felorhana.
Yeah, and if Felhana's maybe taking a little bit of time, I'm going to sit down with Tobin and maybe go through some of the basic foundations of Infernal.
Okay.
Vowel
Sure,
sounds,
sure.
phonics.
Day one.
Yeah.
See Satan run.
It's not like, I'm not like, giving him a
I gotcha,
a
I gotcha.
lesson, but it's just
Day
like, okay, you see the symbol
325.
here? This means eternal death. It's
Gotcha.
like, okay, great.
You do that. And we're going to cut actually to Felorhana. Felorhana, you're going to the shop. Is that what you're doing?
Yep,
You said fuck
yep.
the festival, right?
Fuck the
Yeah.
festival, heading straight to the shop.
As you're heading towards the shop, you're passing through Bright Gardens and Annalise Brightthorn and Galit Stonebrook. Where have you been? Nothing's been fully finished. We had to do work ourselves. I don't even know what you barely left any instructions. This is horrible. I hope everything goes well before the mayor's speech.
Did you handle it?
Yes, it took some effort.
Oh, good for you! Why the fuck did you wear that dress? You always look terrible in it. I'll be insulting both of
Either way,
them.
yes, yeah,
As
yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
let them know because there's no consequence.
They're like gasping, like, this is ridiculous. We will never use your shop again.
Oh no, that's terrible. Oh, get the fuck out of my way!
they stand out, and as you leave,
Really
you,
hope
you
this loop doesn't-
as you leave with your passive
Better not end
perception.
this time.
Your passive perception as you leave, you hear her, Annalise say, "I was going to give her brother an apple," and
I will yell out behind me, "Fuck your apple!" Straight on.
Fair enough.
Just hits you in the head.
Yeah.
Don't make me kill yet.
Yeah, you head over. As you head towards the shop, you're going to meet Tobin, Tom Hanks,
Yes.
raging through the lower hallows.
God, stop it.
Just a little tipsy. I mean, like, you chugged an entire bottle of
Gotta be
whiskey.
a way to stop it.
Where are you headed again? You're to the Forbidden Flask. Yeah, okay, cool.
All
We're
of
going
us
to go
just
right
past
there.
that event horizon. Just like, no, fuck it. Do whatever.
And yeah, you go to the Forbidden Flask, and there's a closed sign on the door.
And I just start hammering away. Lady Knight! Lady Knight, please! Please be okay! Thunk, thunk, thunk.
The door just opens. What is it?
And before she can finish, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God, you're fine. Oh, my God. You're not
Hanks.
bleeding, right? You're okay.
I'm not bleeding. Why would I be bleeding? Are
I,
you all right? You stink of
I'm sorry.
whiskey.
I am not looking. I'm not.
Scotch?
I just grab her by the shoulders and I say,
Sorry.
sorry, I don't mean to.
She breaks your
Ugh.
grab. Oh, actually, attempt to grab her. Attempt to grab her.
Attempt to grab her. What am I rolling?
It's an attempt to grapple. So it's
Creep?
It's
Creep? Is
athletics
creep skill?
versus athletics.
Oh, okay. Well then, 5, I guess.
5. So with a 5, you attempt to grab onto her, and she just sidesteps you just a little bit back. And you just kind of like funk as you try. You miss completely. Mr. Hanks, control yourself. If
I
you do not,
apologize.
I will have you kicked out of my shop.
I understand. I'm sorry. Listen, I don't know how to explain this, but there's something coming. You have to.
I recommend you ease up on your drinking. It's a bit early in the day.
I know. I'm sorry. I try to cope. There's a beast that's
Roll
coming.
persuasion with disadvantage as you're trying to explain this. What'd you get?
A 1.
A natural 1.
Yes.
She looks at you and says, "I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe, if you
no,
wish
no.
to come." Actually, don't come around here anymore. What
I'm
are you
sorry.
talking? It's a natural 1. Get out of my face. I do not need this at all. Thank you. Slams the door in your face.
At least she's safe. I have to stop it. And then I head towards the square.
Sorry.
Yeah.
This is what did I do to you?
Yep.
Okay. Just takes one bad day.
One.
As
We had
you
a couple.
head towards
One
the
bad day
square.
twice.
Yep.
I was
We-
crushed to death.
Yeah, fair enough.
Twice.
Yeah.
That's fair.
As you head towards the square, we cut back to Felorhana entering into the shop, and upstairs in the attic space, there is Garrett teaching Tobin a little bit of Infernal as you're trying to, I guess, make heads or tails of the book a little bit. You're using the book, I'm guessing, as the way of teaching him, because that's Infernal right there for you.
Yeah.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, hey, Hannah.
Sup?
All of us?
No, you.
Me. A 21.
21. We'll keep that in mind as you're doing this. Felorhana arrives.
How are you, gentlemen?
Morning.
Yeah, not great.
Yep.
No.
What do we want to try today?
I mean, we're reading this book. We'll maybe see what happens.
Some things I'd like to try. When we split up the other night, I mean, you know what I mean.
I know.
We ran to Lady Knight's shop, and it looked like there was an explosion from the inside.
From the inside?
As it, like, no one broke in, but they broke out. And then we went to see if there was anything useful, like scrolls or potions, but there was a tiny storeroom. I mean, I feel like there's got to be something there. Also, I mean, she can read minds. We don't need to convince her. We just need to let her read our mind, and maybe she can help us out.
Yeah, maybe.
If we think we can trust her.
I mean, that's as good a lead as any.
Are we ready to kill her?
What?
If need be?
What?
Look, let's just...
Whoa. No, we don't need to
If
kill
she's the cause of this, we might have to,
Maybe
Tobin.
she is, okay, but we don't know that, all right?
Right, talk as we walk.
So,
He probably
yeah,
has.
in terms of the leads that you have so far, you have
dig
the
site.
book that you're researching. You got a 21 just now with that. And in terms of what you get out of a 21, because you are the one trying to interpret in a language you don't quite speak, it's not enough to know everything. But what you do know is a couple more details than you didn't before. So before, what you had was there was some balance to these spells. For something you want to summon, you need something of equal value in the opposite way to summon something. So if it was something holy like a god, you need something unholy like a devil or something. It could be elemental as well. So if it's fire, you might need water, things like that, or ice.
How would you describe this creature that we're facing?
I would describe it as a fiend.
A fiend.
Yeah. The other thing that you discover from the words, because this isn't written straightforward, there's a reason why it's difficult to copy spells. You understand that there are 3 things you need for the spells in the latter half of the book. They're fairly simple. 3 items that you would need. The one that you can understand very clearly for infernal summonings, you need a knife that is pure silver.
Convenient that we live in a silver mining town.
Yes, but for a lot of these spells, silver is the only thing that can cut through. It's a holy element for a lot of these religions. The reason why it can cut through mystical spells and things like that. So you need a dagger or a knife that's plated with pure silver.
Do we know which items have been stolen from people?
There is a list, presumably, in the
Town Watch.
Town Watch. Yeah,
We
that was
kn-
something you were going to attempt to try and get, but then it didn't work out for you before.
We know a diamond went missing. I don't know if the value, you're talking about the exchange, if you would sacrifice one of those diamonds. We are openly talking about this as we're walking.
Yes,
because
people are just staring at you, and people are just like, there's a lot of confusion. And in the distance, you hear, "Excuse me, everyone," and you hear that like echoing through. I apologize that the decorations and some of the like you'd hear it's a little off. The speech is a little bit different already as you head further.
I mean,
whichever
how many
direction.
decorations weren't done by
Well-
the day of? I mean, we did most of it before.
Yeah, it's not a big difference, but it's a comment. Where are you going? Just so I know. Where would you like to go?
towards the Forbidden Flask, I think we were saying.
Yeah,
And
we were.
keeping an eye out for Mr. Hanks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you said that. As you head towards the
Surely
Forbidden
he's in
Flask,
police
you see
station by
Mr.
now.
Hanks turning from the Forbidden Flask, just calling out.
You're all gonna die! Yeah, you!
Mr. Hanks, you're alive.
No thanks to any of you.
Hey,
Whoa! Hey,
I
buddy.
died there.
Mr. Hanks, we all died.
And we have to stop it. Tobin, we have to stop it.
Mr. Hanks, I understand. That's what we're working on. We need your help, but to help, you need to.
I am helping.
Yes.
I have to warn them. Crespin, Lady Knight, she's okay. She's in the. I have to talk to Crespin.
As you say that, because this is the morning and you're by the Forbidden Flask, and that is roughly around the time when you see Crespin Ironspine. Hanks, are you all right?
Crespin! And I go over and I hug him. Like you.
Hanks, what? All right, Hanks, let go.
I'm
You
sorry.
smell like you've been drinking
Yes,
all
I've been
morning.
drinking. I'm sorry. Crespin, I have to tell you something.
Hanks?
Something is happening. There's a beast that's headed for the square. You have to get everybody out of town.
Coming close.
Don't listen to them. Listen to me. It's dangerous.
Okay.
Crespin, there's a beast that's coming. You have to get everyone out of the
Roll
square.
for persuasion with disadvantage.
9.
9. Hanks, you look a little worse for wear. Maybe you should go home and sleep it off. That's what I say. Just sleep it off, Hanks. It's gonna be fine.
No, Crespin, you gotta get it.
He turns
You're gonna
to
go
the
on a
rest
date.
of you and
You're
kinda
gonna go on a
looks at
date
him and says,
with Jesse.
I'm sure your friends here can help take you back home. It's gonna be okay. Please make sure he gets home okay. I really don't want to remember this when your teacher evaluation
Protect
comes
Jesse,
around.
Prespin. Protect Jesse.
He looks at you. What
You're
what
gonna go
about
on.
her?
You want to go on a date with her? How would I know that, Crespin? I know things.
Hanks, have you been breaking into my office and reading my journal?
I only broke in that one time. I didn't.
Principal Ironspine.
You broke in one time?
Principal Ironspine, I'm really sorry. As you can smell, Mr. Hanks has been drinking. We'll take him home now. So we'll see. We'll see you later.
I'm late. I'm really late. I have to go back. There's gonna be a speech with the
You
mayor.
have to warn them.
Mr. Hanks. Mr.
Sure,
Hanks.
yes, I have to warn them, Hanks. Yeah.
Right, kind of like grab him.
You have to warn them.
Kind of like try to grab you by the face,
Yeah,
look in your
yeah.
eyes. Mr. Hanks. Mr. Hanks, you have to stop. You have to calm down.
I'm calm.
Mr. Hanks, take a breath. Just breathe. Breathe. Slowly. Just breathing slowly.
Garrett, I died twice.
Yeah.
I saw him. He spoke to me. It spoke
As
to
Cressman
me.
walks
He
off.
spoke to you? Mr. Hanks, come and sit down. Just come and sit down.
It told me that it knew me. Garrett, it said my name. It
said your
called me
name.
by my name. Tom Hanks. You're always resisting.
Jeez. That's not good.
Garrett, they died. They keep dying, Garrett.
I know, Mr. Hanks, we were there. We saw it. We saw the bodies. We saw the death.
Garrett, they keep
Oh,
dying.
God.
You know, put an arm around him. Mr. Hanks, I know, but this isn't helping anybody. Sitting here drinking, we need to investigate and see what we can do to help.
I'm helping. I'm the only one who's helping.
Mr.
What
Hanks-
are you doing, reading your books?
We're coming here to help. We need you. We need you.
I'm here. What do you want to do?
We need you to help us make it get better, Mr. Hanks.
You're using my words against me?
No, I'm using them for you because you said that to me. You said that to Willow, and everybody you say that to, they do it, and they work hard, and they help make it get better.
I was a fool. It doesn't get better. It just goes on. What do you want to do? Where do we go?
We want to have a word with Lady Knight.
But perhaps it's best.
I'll
if-
sit here with you, Mr. Hanks.
I'm fine. I'm I'm just going to sit here and rest. I'm not feeling that well anyway.
All right, I'll wait with you anyway. I can give you some water.
I guess
Make sure Mr. Hanks doesn't run
Falarhana and
off.
I will go into Lady
Just
Knight's
you?
shop. No, and Falarhana.
And Falahana.
Head in.
Yes, please, come in. Hello.
Hello there, Lady Knight. How are you this fine morning?
I'm fine. Good to see you both. She looks at you, Tobin.
Good morning.
Good morning. Do you have more of a delivery to make today?
Oh, I have something much different.
Something very interesting. Now, in the interest of saving time, you are a busy lady, and my brother tells me that you have a certain ring. Well,
What do you wish to know about jewelry?
I want you to know what we know, dear Lady Knight. We've been having a bit of an interesting series of challenges, shall we say, in front of us. In the interest of time, because time is of the essence. Horrible things are going to happen in this town, and we need you to just have a little gander inside our heads.
Roll for persuasion.
And I say, yeah, to try to help.
13.
Yesterday, I tried to do this with your brother. He resisted and chose not to help me, and now suddenly you wish for me to read your minds. I know that you are proficient in magic, and I choose to not participate in whatever game you have. If
How
you wish
much?
to sell, sorry?
How much?
How much for what?
For you to take a gander in my head. I will pay you for it right now.
Right. Well, I'm going to politely ask you to leave my shop. If not, I will have to make you leave my shop right now until you've calmed down. I think your group, something odd is occurring within Mr. Hanks, who is drunk, your brother who seems to be horrified, and you who normally are very, very kind, at least with your words. I find you abrasive currently, and I can choose to do what I wish with my own magic.
We
so
can
please
show you
leave.
what we saw, even if you don't want to jump into our head. I say, false build, and I create an image of the demon that we saw in the street.
Wonderful magic trick. Now leave.
No,
Thank you.
This is coming today.
Thank you,
Look,
leave.
we also found this, and I'll gesture to the book.
Both of you need to roll an athletics check.
She was actually a champion wrestler in high school.
15.
2.
You can do an arcana check if you wish to understand what's going on as you are pushed back.
23.
She speaks a form of abyssal as she turns to you and her hands move, and it seems as if she's telekinetically shoved you back, both of you, further back. This is a high level spell, and you are shoved back out of her shop, and a mage hand, door closed.
While they were in the shop,
Mr.
I
Hanks.
wanted to attempt to escape
Garrett and run off towards the town square.
Fair enough. As yeah.
Just sitting there with you. Maybe.
All right,
Hey, bud.
give me a stealth check
Oh, stealth.
at disadvantage. And Garrett, what's your perception? Your active perception.
You are
can roll for
disadvantaged.
perception with your minimum.
I'm sitting right.
I know,
next to
I know.
him. This is insane.
I know.
As if he can double fake you. You know?
I had an 11 for stealth.
Okay, there's no way you can make it. Already your passive
What
perception
about
is going to be above.
physically?
Fine.
I mean, the physical altercation is what I mean.
Oh, yeah, athletics check with
wanna
disadvantage
fight
against
me?
his athletics.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
I gotta go.
disadvantage.
Well, if I didn't have disadvantage, I probably would have made them both. But anyway, 15 athletics.
Not that I don't want to see this happen because you could also technically rage and then you'd get advantage on athletics. It would neutralize it. But either way, Garrett, you can roll athletics or acrobatics to try and stop him.
For what? No, I've just like
You let him go.
I put a hand like on him, but I'm not going to try and physically restrain this
Okay,
giant.
as you try and get out of his grasp, you notice that Garrett just tried to put a kind hand on your shoulder.
Mr. Hanks, where are you going?
I look at him. I say, I don't know, but I've got to do something.
That's what we're trying to do, Mr. Hanks, but we can't do anything just by ourselves. We saw that thing separates us and it picks us off one by one. And you know what that's
We
like.
have to warn them, Garrett. There's no
Warn them
time.
with what?
and
What
I
are you gonna
run.
tell them?
Slam! As you see Feller Hana, as you run off. You're running off, but you see Feller Hana and Tobin locked out as you hear a lock from the door. As you run down. Yes, what would you like to do, the other three of you?
Well, that didn't go well.
No, she's not making it easy for us. Isn't it ironic when we have technically all the time in the world? I just feel really bloody impatient.
Guys, I'll be back in a second. I cast Expeditious Retreat on myself, and I imagine I easily catch up.
Yeah, thanks for coming with me, Garrett.
No, Mr.
I
Hanks.
knew you'd see it my way.
Mr. Hanks, where are you going? What are you going to tell them?
I'm going to get them out of the square.
Who?
All of them. All the people.
How?
I will figure it out. I'll find Crespin. I'm going to find Crespin. I'm going to talk to Bella's Wraithorn. We're
We
going to
did
get
that.
them
We
out of the
did
square.
that yesterday. We took them out of the square, and look what happened. The whole town guard got slaughtered.
I'm not going to send them towards the monster, Garrett. I'm going to send them the opposite way.
Yeah, and look, the monster's going to find them wherever they go. If you need to do this, Mr. Hanks, go for it. But I don't think it's going to help.
Okay, bye.
I love it. I need you to do one more Constitution save.
Oh, God. 20.
With a 20, as you're running off, and Garrett has let you, I assume, go off, as you run and you're getting towards the town square, you're sobering up a little because, I mean, you're running, your adrenaline's pumping, and it's been a few hours of this as you kind of walked out. So time has passed, and you're mostly like tipsy-ish, but you realize you're alone, and there's a crowd of people. They're all very upset. No one has calmed emotions in this area, and the town is noticeably stressed and angry as you look around and you reach the middle of the town. We're going to actually cut back to the three amigos.
All right.
Where'd Mr. Hanks go?
Does it matter?
I think he's
Tobin?
got some stuff to work through. No, guys, Mr. Hanks, I think he's
He'll come
maybe
around.
not taking this so well.
Not today, but maybe tomorrow he'll be better. I have a feeling we're going to need to work through this.
I don't know.
I think no matter how we work through this, we need to be careful with how we do it. If there isn't a way out on the other side, we need to make sure that we want to be in that world. We don't want a town that's tearing itself apart or a town where we aren't welcome.
Yeah.
Well, we missed the speech. I wasn't there, so God knows what's happening to the town. We didn't set up for the festival. We don't know what's causing this.
What just happened?
We tried to have her read our minds, but she refused.
Okay.
Oh, I don't. Since we left you on the last time round, I'm sorry about that. Turns out it isn't our death that causes this. We lived through the day, and as soon as the sun was setting, we woke up where we were.
I saw a flash in the sky.
Same. And you feel a tremor as we wake up, yes?
Yeah.
I think we need to figure out where this monster is coming from, what other things are needed for these spells, and if it aligns with anything that went missing.
What did we need to know from Lady Knight?
Something blasted out from the front of her store. I was wondering if she might be the cause of all this.
Also, she might have things that could help us. Scrolls, potions.
Well, I guess that ship sailed for now.
Yeah.
Well, we can head towards the town square if we want to. There are those priceless coins. If the idea is we're locked in a space of time, they did look pretty timeless to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a closer look at them. I tried to have a look yesterday, but I just couldn't get in.
I have an idea.
Yeah?
We could smash the case with the fucking hammer and take it.
I
Well-
can make the professor believe she sees anything that we want.
That makes sense. Hannah, we're not going to serve anybody well from inside a jail cell. And I think Mr. Hanks is about to find that out pretty quick.
But what if Here's the thing I'm quite worried about. What if we somehow break this space that we're in without solving the problem of the demon?
Well, the demon apparently seems to be relieving it as well. He seemed quite surprised with our difference
Yes,
in
but
pattern.
what if we break this loop and the demon's still around? We won't have another chance to come back, and we'll end up, as Mr. Hanks said, dead.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what we can do today. Let's go get us some coins.
Guys, I really think we need all of us here for this. Let's do what we can today, but I just got this feeling that it's going to happen again tonight, no matter what we do.
Well, it doesn't have to be tonight. I wonder if we could speed up the process if we... Never mind, I'm thinking dark thoughts. Shall we move very
Yeah.
rapidly on?
Let's maybe head there and see what maybe we can do with Mr. Hanks. 'Cause I think we need all of us here.
I agree.
We cut to Mr. Hanks. Mr. Hanks, you're in the town square. You're ahead of all of them.
I collect myself a little bit now that I'm sort of starting to see things a bit more clearly, and I look around and
Panting,
I'm
sweat covered.
I'm looking
still
for
haven't showered.
Crespin
Nice
eyes.
bathrobe.
Load of drinks at the festival.
Is Crespin around?
Give me an investigation check. You're still at disadvantage for a little bit.
Oh really?
Yeah, unfortunately.
8.
8. Can't seem to find him in the crowd right now.
Okay, I don't see him, so I head for the stage to see who's around that I can talk to try and get people out of the square.
Sure, yeah. As you head up towards the House of the Dawn, you see Father Daywood. He looks at you. My child, are you okay?
Father, you have to get these people out of here. You have to find the authorities, find Bellis Wraithhorn, tell them they have to get people out of the square. There's a beast coming. We have little time, Father.
Roll a persuasion at disadvantage.
I'm sober.
You're not sober. You're
You're
just
so
slightly tipsy and you
stinking of
smell and
whiskey.
you're yeah.
Persuasion, you
If
said?
a guy who smelled like just alcohol with
It's
no
the end of
shower,
the world.
it's like,
4.
there's-
Okay, I get it. 4.
for why don't you come inside and sit down for a second?
I'm not coming inside.
He puts a hand on your shoulder and be like, just calm down. It's gonna be all
Why
right.
isn't anybody listening to me?
He turns over and kind of looks, and Jonathan, he calls out to the crowd, and you see a town watch member comes up. I might need your help. We have our friend here. I haven't seen you in services ever.
You're right, Father. I'm sorry.
Is there a problem here?
No, Jonathan was it? Sorry, I've just, the sun has gotten to me. I think I just need to take a rest. I'll leave you, the two of you, alone. I'm sorry to have bothered you. My imagination ran away with me.
All right. Well, don't bother Father Daywood. He's got important things to do. And all right, you go about your business, sir. What was your name?
Tom Hanks.
I was considering
You seem unsure of it yourself. All right. Well, Mr. Tom Hanks, go about your day.
Father, I think I need a place to rest. Do you mind if I go up to the tower and have some time to think?
He looks at you.
I need to pray.
I think. Well, it's normally off limits unless you're a member in good standing, as has been established on this podcast.
I'd like to be. I'd like to be a member in good standing.
Well, why don't you come in and sit down with me and we could do a little bit of discussion, possibly about the light of Lathander and the choices we make in life and how we slay our metaphoric demons.
Oh, for God's sake, Father, can I just go up in the tower or not?
No, you're not going up to the top of the tower today, my son. You're gonna stay on the ground with me, and we're gonna fix this, you and I.
And I just
My
say,
chance.
oh, God. I push him aside.
Hey, you!
And I run to the front of the stage and I say, listen, everyone! You've got to get out of here!
Oh, wow. I got a nat 20.
You've
Second.
got to run!
1 second.
There is a beast coming! You're all gonna die!
As the hilt of a sword
You're gonna-
comes across the back of your head, smacks you. I mean, I don't think it's enough to knock you out fully, but it dealt. You're not raging technically. It dealt 25 points of damage to you.
That's a powerful.
Because it was a crit. It was a
butt of
crit.
the sword.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
What is your health? Sorry.
Well, that took me down to 10.
Down to 10. You are smacked, and then they're gonna attempt to grapple you. You can try and attempt to stop it, but
100%.
you are going to be at disadvantage through this. So
Okay.
go for it. Roll
4.
athletics.
But I can't rage now, can I? As a bonus action, I can.
Yes, as a bonus action, you can rage. You'll have it's neutral, so it's whatever your first roll was.
Yeah, well, that's not great. Athletics, did you say?
Yeah, they got a 17.
8.
8. He grabs the back of your hands and he just signals for more people. He's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Hey guys, I got. Let's haul him off. This Tom Hanks has like in front of everyone, in front of a number of other town. You come in at that moment. The three of you come in to see Tom Hanks at the top, just calling out and being just arrested. Manacles being placed on your hands.
Oh, no.
As Jonathan, the town watch member, and Musa Dre walks up to you. What is going on with you, buddy? We're gonna take you to the town. Everyone's gonna be okay. Calls out, and then they start hauling you off to the town watch. We cut back to the rest of everyone else.
Well, all together, you said, eh?
Oh, Mr. Hanks.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, we wanted to have a look at some town watch files anyway.
But maybe also he'll be safe in the town watch. He won't have to suffer the same fate that he had
Well, see,
the other nights.
That's true.
Shall we head towards the town watch, or are we still going to make for these coins?
You reckon they'll let us take him out?
No, not the way he was acting.
What? He's not caring about consequences today. It's a festival day.
Maybe we let him sober up and then we go check on him.
He seemed like he was getting sober.
Leo walks up to you at that moment. He sees you. Hannah, what is going on? I've met Mr. Hanks. He looks insane.
Leo,
And where were you the whole day?
Leo, we might not want to talk about this now.
What do you mean?
The prison break didn't exactly go according to plan.
What?
We'll talk about this later.
Roll persuasion.
Oh dear. That's a 9.
Hannah, maybe we should talk about it now.
Really not the time.
Why? What's going on? Just tell me.
You're the commissioner. Do you want to fucking incriminate yourself in front of the whole town? Is this the thing you want to do now? Is this now a good time?
Hannah, maybe he can help
Fine.
us.
We will speak later.
Fine.
He walks off.
Ma-
Give me a wisdom save.
Okay. Oh, a 9.
Yeah, he walks off.
So we want to check out the coins, I guess.
Yeah, let's take a look at them. Let's see if we can get anything. And maybe, Leo might be able to help. He has information that we could use.
We can
Yeah.
ask him tomorrow when he's calmed down.
Hannah, you're taking this really lightly.
What if there is? What if there
It's a
is
bit
no? What if there
concerning.
is no tomorrow? We don't know how long this will keep going.
Right?
Well, if it doesn't, then a big demon thing kills the whole town.
And we did nothing.
We are doing what we can now.
It just feels like maybe you, I don't know.
Blasé about it. I watched my brother die. We watched Tom Hanks die twice.
We can't lose ourselves in this. We got to stay true to ourselves.
No,
Yeah,
but we've.
I agree.
Do you remember the first time we had that fight in the high school and it took us a while to deal with it? We are now stuck in a situation which we do not understand, so I'm not going to take it too hard on ourselves if it takes us a day or two to adjust. And I'm not going to take it out on Tom Hanks either. Allow us this moment of dealing with it in our own ways.
All right, just be careful.
Okay. So do you want to steal the coins now, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force. They'll let him believe that there's nothing going on, just to see the case as it is.
To the professor?
Yep. So we're gonna have her unlock the case for us, and then I'm gonna project
Okay,
a
let's
thing
go there.
that we will maybe grab the rings either way.
Hey, backup plan. If that doesn't work and you get busted or something, I'm just going to grab the coins and run. Okay?
I'll
back to the
start a riot if need be. Seems like things are kind of tense at the moment.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, that sounds really full on.
What? Why? So's grabbing the coins and running. It's kind of
that's
we're going to be
like
public
stealing
enemy
a
number
coin
one.
and a riot. That's a bit
We are saying this in
different.
the middle of the town square. We're all taking this quite lightly, to be honest.
Or we hush tones in a corner.
I don't think it's okay to make the townspeople attack each other.
Yeah, I don't think that's okay.
This goes against everything that this is all about, bringing the town together.
So does the idea of reality looping back on itself. You know, we're all dealing with a lot of stuff. I'm going through some changes here, Tobin. Dealing with it not quite as calmly as everyone else. Okay?
This is like when I first came.
I'll very long sigh. Sorry, I forgot myself. Right. Yes, we can try to use what we can. I can also suggest to the professor to let us have a very close look at them. See what works. All right?
Okay.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Hand on Tobin's shoulder. Thank you.
Welcome.
So how are we doing this?
You convince her to open it up. I cast a spell, making her believe that the rings are still in there, and we take them.
You head over to the town hall. Professor Ponzan just finished explaining to one of the townspeople about the coins.
All right. I will try to remember from the first loop the conversation of like, oh, hello there, Professor. My brother said he was fascinated by the dig, and that you guys have got these out so quickly, just in time for the festival. That's brilliant.
Yes, we did. We didn't expect to find the coins, but it's wonderful.
You've done a marvelous job cleaning them up. They look absolutely flawless. They look like they. My
Thank
time?
you. You're Miss Elam. Oh yes, I understand. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Of course. Yes.
Do you mind if I have a look? These are fascinating objects.
Sure. Just give me 1 second. She unlocks the case. Here, please put on these gloves. We don't want to get them ruined.
I'm going to be out of earshot just a little bit, just so she can't hear me say the words. And as she opens it, I wave my wand and say, fantasy craft. And I project an image in her head, hopefully, of the case with the coins.
As she reaches in, she hands the coins to you. What are you making? What's the image?
Oh, I wanted to make an image of the case with the coins.
Yep. She was just handing them to me. I think it was afterwards you were going to... putting them back.
Oh, I see.
I see.
Yes. Okay. Yes, that was the plan.
Yeah. So I guess we
she
can do that out of
hands you
order.
the coins.
Yeah.
You hold on to them. What do you do? And Garrett's there with you.
I will be
Nice coins.
talking to her as I'm just like, oh, yes. So, it looks like they fit together. That's marvelous. How much cleaning did you have to do? And how?
None. Well, it's quite funny. They're in perfect condition. And if we go through the whole conversation again, yeah.
I'll some key things I'd like to kind of poke
Yeah.
about is, so were they in something? Like, what they to be so
Buried in
pristine?
the earth.
Buried in the earth. And looking as fresh as the day they were minted.
Yes.
Log for later. That is fantastic. Oh,
Right in the center of that ring, yeah.
oh brilliant. Oh, fabulous. Is it all right if I just place them back then? We should have planned this out better.
I'll take them, thank you.
Oh,
she just grabs them.
Yeah, okay, yep.
She holds them. She puts them.
Wait, can I see them? I didn't get to touch them. I like
Sure,
history.
this is a day for everyone. Can you please hand him the gloves?
Thank you. Are there guards around?
No, not for this, no. I mean, they're like patrolling the area, but
I take them. I put them on.
perfect. Here you go. Please be very delicate.
Thank you.
You can
I
show you
will.
they link together. It's really amazing.
Yeah. Bye. I run. Expeditious
It's like,
retreat.
I mean, if the image is that she has them in her hands,
Yeah.
'Cause
yeah,
you can
that's
make
the
that-
image. Yes.
yeah.
That she
Yeah.
has the coins.
she got a 7 on her save. So
Right.
she feels like, that was so weird. Well, I'll put these coins away back into the case. She places them back in the case.
Thank you.
How long is the spell active for?
1 minute.
Move quickly.
1 minute. Okay. All right.
Moving quickly.
Meet you at the shop.
And you all run away.
I walk.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
As you head off, we cut over to Tom Hanks, who is
Harmonica out.
going through processing. All right, okay, calm down, buddy.
I'm sorry. I'm calm now. I'm not raging anymore. It
Well,
was
you attacked Father Daywood. You started raving and going crazy. You nearly attacked me. I'm Jonathan, by the way. I'm still with you.
Jonathan. Pleasure to properly introduce myself. Tom Hanks. Hanks.
We'll
This is
have a
very
long
much
time to
unlike
get to
me.
know each other as he leads you back. You're chained.
Oh, Jonathan. Wait. Before you.
No waiting.
Lock
and
me
he's
up, I-
dragging you because you're a prisoner. He's not gonna wait.
It's the day of the festival. I had one too many drinks. Can't you just let this one go?
It was like 11 a.m. at this point, and
I was very invested. I love this town.
love it enough to go crazy and attack the. I don't want to. Hey, man, you do you. And then he leads you past 2 rows of basically open cells. And he unlocks the cell, one of the larger ones, and all right, you'll stay here for now. You're gonna stay here in booking,
How
and you
long
get in there.
will I be
and he
here,
locks it.
sir?
Hey, well, we gotta process you. You'll probably be in. I mean, for these things, you'll probably just sleep it off in the night. And you'll be fine tomorrow.
Maybe I'm feeling much better. Could
I
I?
see.
Is there anything I could do to get out of here before the
Well, we'll
evening?
see if we can expedite it. But like you said, it is the festival, so things are happening. Some things you might have to just cool off.
I could give you a hand around the
as he walks away, and as you're saying that behind you. Well.
Who's there?
Oh man.
Remember when I said that you turn, you see Pith and the members of the Grey Hand?
Oh,
And they probably would have separated you had they known that you had taken them in, but officially, the Town Watch took them in. If it ain't
Guy.
Mr. Tom Hanks.
God damn it. Yep.
How the mighty have fallen, Mr. Hanks?
Well, I actually, Pith, this was on purpose. You see, I wanted to meet with you.
Did you now?
Yes, I've
That's fine. Well, I'm afraid we don't have any place for me to sit, seeing as we're in prison right now. You know what? Hey, we'll clear one of the benches for you. Just want to say, hey, he points up. Hey, let's help Mr. Hanks to his seat. Roll for initiative.
Oh my God! Things just get darker and darker for you.
Yeah, you're getting shit.
I mean, I'm just saying, you're in prison with people that you killed some of their members.
Am I
And you were bloody. You killed some of their members. when you
normal
raged
or
out.
disadvantage?
For initiative, technically it's a skill check. I'm gonna say it's worn off now. You're back to normal,
Okay,
so it's
12.
12. Okay.
This is not helping with
Still
your
have their stats
death
from the original thing.
and
Yeah.
craziness.
Now you get
But it's
stabbed a million
unarmed
times.
attacks.
My weapons have been
Shield off.
confiscated,
Yes, and you haven't had a time to have a real short rest because you've been processing.
so I haven't had a short rest.
No.
you say. Well, it doesn't matter.
They
Welcome
make
to the
they're
consequence
the first to go
of no
up.
death.
Do I have any of my stuff?
They're gonna
Can I
attempt
take
to
a potion?
restrain you. No, you don't have your stuff with you. Yeah, it gets taken from you. Roll athletics.
Nat 20.
That's awesome. As people, they try and get you, and the first one misses. We're gonna try it again. Roll athletics. You're in there with quite a few of them.
Yep, you're gonna get shivved to death.
That would be
We got a 12.
22.
Ah, very good, very good. Roll again,
Go down fighting.
Oh, that was an 8.
and that one they get you with one. As you're grappled, and then Bith comes up and is like, "Oh, this is gonna be fun."
Pith, I have information. I have information that you need. You want
Yeah,
this?
you were saying I needed to know things. If I knew what you. I thought about that for a while.
There's
I thought
money
about
in
what
this,
you said.
Pith.
Sure,
There's
there
money.
is. And that is a 22 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit-a-roo.
But it's an unarmed hit. That is 7 points of damage.
Still up.
Punches you.
Pith, please.
Gets a second unarmed
just
attack.
talk. I have something to tell you.
No, it's fine. Yeah, it's great. We'll talk. 22 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh dear.
And that is 8 points of damage.
I'm down.
As he said, we'll talk tomorrow. As he punches you.
I'm
and
trying
knocks you
to
out.
help.
As he knocked on- I'm so sorry.
Thought that was gonna go a lot darker to me.
Oh yeah, no.
You
The-
want to talk?
Well, I mean,
take our
it's
time.
only midday.
Yeah,
there,
they're gonna
Yeah.
take their time.
Jesus.
We cut back to the three rushing out as you head over to the shop.
As we're each saying to each other, no, he'll be fine. What could possibly happen to him in lockup? Back to the shop. We have the coins. Now what? Looking at them, is there any markings or anything? Do we recognize the language on the minting of them? Is there anything?
Give me an investigation check with advantage.
Tobin, why don't you investigate these things?
Gladly, not so gladly. 14.
With a 14, there is, unfortunately, from your understanding of this, they look the way they've been described to you. And Professor Ponzan, this is her life's work to understand things from bygone eras, and she was the one pushing for discovering this, and she gave you as much information as they had, and it lines up with what she said, which is, they're heavy, large coins, and they symbolize the union between these two.
Can you detect any magic coming off them?
I'm not sure. Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure.
Do you have detect magic?
No.
No.
Unfortunately not. Are you able to prepare it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Because we
It's
don't have
every
a long
morning.
rest.
You can always do it. No, it's fine. No, it's you have reset, so you get to prepare as you want to prepare. You know what I mean?
Oh,
the day
that's
resets.
what I've been
It's-
doing.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's the same.
Oh.
It's the same because when you prepare in the morning, the concept is
Oh,
it's
you're
after a
going
long rest. So
through-
every
Ah.
time it resets, you get to do it again. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
A 23 for Arcana.
With a 23, there is a magical warding on these. There's evidence that these were used for a magical purpose prior. The warding is keeping them clean and everlasting, but they were used for something else. That's what you can see with it. You don't know what it was used for, unfortunately, with the 23, but that's high enough that you know that these were used for something magical.
Can we tell like a rough time frame on the thing itself?
No, unfortunately not.
I'd say maybe let's try putting them back, but, well, like you said,
I'm worried if we
Tobin.
break the loop without solving the problem.
yeah.
You had an idea for Lahana. What if we put something else in that circle? Like a time capsule, Maybe it's protected by that ring, so if we put something there, we could come back. If there is a tomorrow, we come back, see if it's still there.
Give it a try.
It is possible. I base that on the fact that these coins were flawless, but if that's just the prestidigitation spell, we don't know. We can go over and investigate anyway, shall we? Roughly time frame wise, how are we?
It's the early afternoon. You could make it to that area, and it would be closer to dinner time-ish. Like, you would be there. You probably would miss what was happening in town to get back in time.
Can I resummon my familiar, cast a spell again as a different animal?
Sure.
Mr. Squeaks, I'm gonna need to change you. So just give me 10 minutes. Great, I'm gonna resummon him as an owl. And the owl's name is Stuart.
Stuart, okay. Yes, so you're heading out to the Circle of Peace, is that what it is?
Hey guys, I don't think it's going to take all of us, and I'm really curious to know where that gigantic freak came from.
That's a good call.
So I think I'm going to go patrol the lower hallows with Apollo. If you guys want to go bury something,
Absolutely, it's great information to have.
And I give him one of my coins.
maybe something that belongs to each of us or something.
Maybe.
I don't
Garrett,
know.
I mean, the loop could break at any time. You saw what happened to Tom Hanks after he died twice. You ready to go through that yourself?
Are you ready to come back to an annihilated town?
Hopefully I won't have to. Hopefully I'll wake up and it'll all be bright and dandy and I'll have a festival to look forward to tomorrow.
That's right. I'm not going to seek him out. I just want to know where he came from.
If you see the monster, run.
Yeah, it wasn't nice the first time, and I'd like to avoid it again if possible.
Okay, we are going to cut to Falorhana and Tobin. The Elamyar is heading towards the Circle of Peace.
I'm gonna have Stuart circling around us. I'm asking him if he sees the monster to alert me.
Awesome. Give a perception check.
Perception for the owl or perception for me?
Owl.
It has advantage on hearing and sight.
Hearing and sight.
An 11.
Awesome. Stuart is flying around. We follow you. You head out. It takes a couple of hours, and the day is getting a little later.
That's
As
quite
you
far out.
manage to get to the Circle of Peace, you can see that there is evidence of the dig site. There's still the tents, and you can see the giant hole in the center where people were digging.
Can we quite clearly see where they stopped, as it were? Like, oh, this is the point where they found the coins?
Yeah, near the center. Yeah, quite deep.
What do we want to leave?
I don't think we should leave the coins.
I'll just take out a scrap of paper and I'll write tomorrow on it and just place it down in the middle.
Like it flutters if you're on the edge of this hole, right? And it flutters and it kind of rests at the base where there's dirt down there.
All right, I guess I'll throw maybe my scroll of earth tremor.
It falls, and it's a little heavier than the paper. As it lands on the paper, you hear like a as like it starts to kind of lower a little bit as the dirt falls a little bit further, and it settles down, and then it just kind of gets lodged right in the middle of this hole that's there. Both the paper and the scroll are lodged in what appears to be a hole as it lands on the dirt, the pile of dirt in the middle.
Do you have rope?
Yes, I do.
How deep is the hole?
The hole is at least 6 feet deep.
Can I mage hand? I want to mage hand the scroll to see if I can take it out of the hole.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard. You reach down with your mage hand and you pull it out along with the paper, I assume.
Yeah.
And the earth falls through and you can see just blackness below it. As you see, there's a hole now.
Can I, with mage hand, can I brush dirt away?
Yeah.
Can I do
you
some
attempt.
digging?
Yeah, you start digging a little bit, and as you do that, you can see that there's clearly something way down below there, like a hole where things keep falling down into it. Give me a perception check.
No.
I ain't found shit.
18.
The 18's enough of a perception check that you can tell that it falls for a while before it hits down below to something.
I call Mr. Call Stuart. Stuart, I'm gonna need you to go down that hole. I know you're meant to fly, but today I'm gonna have to burrow. Picked a bad day to change it from a rat to an owl.
Right.
I'm
You're
gonna
in the
put myself in
Cool.
my
Yeah.
mind in the owl
Yeah.
as I dig with my talons and wings to try to get through
and
that hole.
eventually you kind of squeeze through this hole and you flutter and you pop into what appears to be... Do you have dark vision as an owl?
I mean, it's an owl. I think so. Yes, 120 feet.
120 feet. You see as you flutter into here and you're flying in the air, you can see what appears to be this large cavern inside here. Give me an intelligence check.
15.
15. This is a temple. is the best way you could explain it. You don't see any writing, any text as far as you can see on the surface level examination, but you see kind of mosaics on the wall, and you see that it's a circular temple, and there should be something in the center. It's really hard to tell because you're in an owl form kind of looking at this stuff, and there might be more things. There's stone all over the place, but it is an ancient temple
How far
buried
down
beneath the earth.
is the ground from the hole? Like if I were to go into it, how far would I fall?
You were to go from it, you would fall at least 60 feet, I would say. No, sorry, not 70. You would fall at least 30 feet. Sorry.
Uh-huh. And so Stuart is flying all around, getting a close look at all these things.
Yeah.
Is there anything laying around on the ground, or?
So you did your investigation check.
Okay, I guess so, yeah.
I think if you wanted advantage or if you wanted to check it out with yourself, you could probably get a little bit more info. But I will say that on the wall you can see a number of mosaics, but you don't really see color, right? Because it's in the dark with dark vision. But what you do see is the outlines and the grayscale. And it looks like a depiction of a god, the life story of a god. There's no name associated with it. There's no text associated with it. But constantly you see like a golden wreath, you would assume, but it's like a wreath, like a laurel wreath that's depicted. And you see this long-haired, non-gendered god that seems to be standing amidst a flock of people worshiping it. And you see everyone's content and happy. You see a number of representations of this god with the same kind of group of people, always in the same kind of expressions of contentment and happiness as the god is welcoming. And you see that same symbol again and again, this kind of laurel wreath.
Sorry, the same god with the same people repeated?
A similar, always the same expressions,
Oh, right.
different people, always the same, but the same arrangement of people. It's as if like it continues. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like the 12 apostles or something like that.
Similar, yeah, except it's a crowd of people just all embracing this god.
What does the god look like?
The god looks young, has long flowing hair, and is emanating kind of radiance with it as well.
He doesn't resemble, I guess there's no gender, so it wouldn't resemble the founders of the two towns.
It doesn't
know.
seem to be, no. Yeah,
Right,
from
I'm going to bring
this-
Mr. Hood up if he can.
Yeah, as he
Can he
fly-
break through?
Yeah, you can break through back up. You
I
can-
tell Farlahana what I saw as Stuart.
no way.
Would the owl be able to see the town from above?
Yeah, probably.
I'm going to send Stuart up to have him alert me if he sees the monster coming from somewhere.
Okay.
So I can see.
Do you want to go down into the temple itself? We can't get back to town in time.
What if, yeah.
What if it's the time capsule and we'll break out of the loop?
No, well, I think we should leave something down there instead of on top of the dirt.
Okay. I'll mage hand and I'll just nudge my note
Sure, yeah.
further down.
Poke it down.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Yeah.
We can leave something more permanent if you want. Is there anything useful you can leave? Healing potions. If we leave them down here, do we multiply healing potions? We could be rich, Tobin. We could be rich.
It's a good idea. Let's put some healing potions down there.
Okay.
Tie off on a rope and lower? Would that work?
You can try, yeah.
Well, we'll take our time doing that. Can we hear anything coming from the town?
Stuart comes down to you to kind of alert that something's going on. in the
Right, I
town.
jump into its eyes and fly up.
You see in the far, far distance smoke coming out from the Lower Hallows as we cut over to Garrett. Garrett, you're in the Lower Hallows. You're patrolling.
Yeah. Has it kicked off yet?
Give me a perception check.
Not good. Less than 10.
You are later to notice it, but it is a different location from the last time that you saw the building. So it's changed.
Right.
And you hear screams from off in one direction towards the Crow's Nest area, kind of your neighborhood.
Okay. I would like to head to that area, but through, like the small alleyways and things like that. My ultimate goal is to follow this thing and see where it goes.
Yeah.
At a distance, though, like way back from it, because
Heck
obviously
yeah.
this guy's huge.
How far back are you going to be?
Probably stay at least maybe 100 feet away from it.
Fair. I need a stealth check.
Okay.
As you see in the midst of this carnage, this creature taking people and just killing them and just massive carnage as it's...
Jesus.
Yeah, it's rough. It's no
It's
joke.
bad. It's like 5.
5. And in your head, you hear a voice. You're here somewhere, Margrave. Alone. Where are you?
I think to myself, what do you want?
Your death? Their death? What do you want? To save your friends? Or to run away like last time?
Why? Why do you want death?
We all have jobs to do.
Who gave you the job?
As you're saying that, there you are. You see his head just shift, kind of look possibly a little bit towards your direction, but maybe not, and he goes invisible. What would you want to do?
I think Garrett steps out into the open.
Where's the rest? It appears it's going to attack you.
Crit?
Yeah. You can look at it. You can look at it.
No, it's fine. I can see your
This is-
face from here.
I don't like it. He crits.
Diddly.
That is 15 points of slashing damage. I need to make a constitution save.
19.
19. That's great. You're going to take just half then.
Well, at least, like, I don't have to suffer, right? Just go, boom, one hit.
That is 54 points halved to 27.
Why is it halved?
Because you made the constitution save as the poison
Oh.
goes
So
into
the dice
Can
were
you
doubled,
willingly
but
let
yeah.
the
I
poison
mean,
in?
I have 12. My max is 27. You know, I think he's dead.
Yeah, you go unconscious as he turns, and he just says, "More." Those are the final words you hear.
Can
as-
I insight check that?
Sure.
13.
13. He was psyched.
you hear a level up sound, but not for you.
Well, that's what I'm worried about.
Yep.
And you go unconscious, same as Mr. Hanks. And we just cut back to Falorhana and Tobin.
He's walking out with his
Yeah.
owl.
And you just see chaos over there, far, far in the distance.
And I come back. It's the same as the other nights. Doesn't look good.
Do you
Let's
think
hope-
we've gotten far enough away?
I think so. He's not coming to us. How much time do we have before sunset?
I think you have a few hours because this is early in the thing, and Garrett went looking for this creature, which means he was early in all this.
All right, tie the rope to me.
Oh, I was going to say, let's tie to a tree and we'll head down.
Well, that works
Oh.
too.
Yeah. Give me your rope.
I'm gonna have Stuart wait up there in case
Sure.
anyone comes to do something.
You make your way down there. You both have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay, give me an investigation check with advantage. One of you, whoever has the highest, as you're trying together to look through this stuff.
Natural 20.
Nat 20. Oh, yeah. Okay, here's what you get, my man.
My eyes light up with excitement.
You see what you saw before. You also see that there was the evidence of a statue in the center of this room. You understand that this temple predates at least 3,000 years of history. It's old.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it, but it looks as if it has been untouched, aside from the dirt that's fallen recently. And you do see that there was evidence that there was a statue in the center that is not there. Finally, in the back, near where the statue was placed, there are a number of the rubble of tablets there. That's the only writing in this place. And it's mostly smashed up and broken from falling. And there are a number of names written there that don't mean anything to you. They're not names that you've kind of identify with. But because it's a nat 20, it looks like it's lists of names. It is just enough for you to put it together with Falorhana's help. You see the final name on that list is Rowan Brightmore.
Perhaps a list of guardians, and he was the last guardian. And maybe they figured out something where they didn't need guardians ever again. Until now.
Unless whatever's in that town, whatever's going on now, has been unleashed. But he died.
Rowan Brightmore founded
He founded the
town
town.
Brightmore, and 50 years later they incorporated together with Golden Hallows. Yeah.
So 500 years ago, yeah.
550 years ago he founded Brightmore, yeah.
And this place has remained untouched. And we have some more information. I don't know how much time we have left.
The light from above is just dim enough, and then you'll feel a tremor. And Leo looks at you excited. It's gonna be a good day. I'm excited to see all the decorations that you've been working on.
Plan according to... I'm straight up from the bed, back onto the blotter.
Are you Falorhana?
Fine. Looking at the blotter that I did the day before, it's
Nothing.
blank.
Blank.
Interesting. I'll save that for later. I'm going to get started on the festival, honey. Love you. Mwah. Kissing him and heading straight out the door.
You head out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Leo calls after you. Wait! Tobin, you wake up. What do you do?
Jump out of the bed. Say, good morning, Mr. Squeaks. Welcome back. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna, I guess, wait for Falorhana. I assume that she's probably coming here
Sure.
to meet me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Mr. Hanks, you wake up without any semblance of a hangover. Last thing you remember was Pith slugging you twice.
I get up. I want to feed my dog. I'm kind of just shuffling mindlessly around my house, and then I grab my stuff, my sword, my shield, after I've showered and brushed my teeth and styled my hair, and I head for the Forbidden Flask.
Awesome. Garrett, you wake up, and the last thing you remember was hearing more.
I think he's woken up feeling a bit worse today, mentally worse, after that horrible experience, like feeling that poison course through him and, just finish him off, shut down his organs and, hearing the screams in the background and this fucking demon dude and, probably hearing Apollo next to him as well. So again, he's taking a moment just to kind of take a few breaths. His first thoughts go to Mr. Hanks and he gets up and he gets ready quite quickly. And then he heads out the door and heads straight over to Mr. Hanks' house.
Awesome. As you do that, by the time you get to Mr. Hanks' house, you're going to intersect with him heading towards the Forbidden Flask. And we have Fellerhana and Tobin. Fellerhana, you probably by that point have made it to Tobin's place.
Well, we have another shot.
What do you want to do today?
I think we need to get Garrett, get Mr. Hanks, tell them about the dig site, the temple that we found, and maybe see if the things that we left there are there. Do we have the potions that we put down?
They're back. They're still with you.
Have you got everything prepared that you need today?
I do. I would like to talk to the professor as well. There's no way she could have missed that temple. There's no way she could have not seen what was there.
Maybe we just got lucky, but that's a fair point.
I mean, we threw a piece of paper down and the
And
dirt.
a scroll.
And a scroll, very light things. And it, I mean, if they were digging down there, they would have easily discovered the temple.
Maybe they were the ones who... there was a statue missing. Maybe they also know where that is.
Maybe they aren't telling us the whole truth.
So where are you heading to?
Let's go to the Forbidden Flask. We know Mr. Hanks is going to be there.
Regular as clockwork.
As you're all heading there, Garrett, as you're heading towards Mr. Hanks' house, it's towards the Lower Hallows, and you see Tom Hanks outside of the Forbidden Flask walking towards the Forbidden Flask.
Does he see me?
Yes.
I just stop in the street and just stare at him.
And silently, I move forward and I give him a hug. I say, I'm sorry, Garrett.
That's all right, Mr. Hanks.
How did it go?
Not so good.
Hey, that thing killed me again last night. I was trying to see where it was going.
How are you feeling today?
You look better.
Pith beat me to death in prison. So. Things didn't work out much better for me.
That couldn't have been good.
Listen, I'm sorry for how I acted yesterday. I'm not going to claim that I'm going to deal with this much better today, but I'm trying, and you're right. We have to stay together. I'm headed towards the Forbidden Flask. I'm going to try and get Lady Knight to read our minds again. Will you come with me?
Yeah.
As you say that, Fellerhana and Tobin arrive.
Mr. Hanks, Garrett?
Hello.
Is everybody all right?
For yesterday.
No. Trust me, it's fine. I'm sure we'll all go through this in our own ways.
We have news for you. We found something incredible.
There's rather more at the dig site than we even hoped we would have found. We left some things in there. A temple, which was seemingly untouched by time. A tablet which had a broken down one, but had a very important name. The founder of Brightmoor, Rowan Brightmoor, was there. We also are experimenting with leaving some things there to see if we have a way of keeping things beyond this loop. Anything else you guys found? Did you do okay, Garrett?
Well, that demon guy, he was in a different area, which was a bit weird. He wasn't where he was last time. I don't know what that's about, but I was trying to follow him, but, he found me, and he could tell that I was alone.
Was he able to detect other minds?
I think so, yeah. And, I tell them everything.
He said more?
Yeah. So I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Is he feeding on us in some sort of way? Is it gaining some kind of incremental number by the number of people he kills?
Could be.
Well,
I suggest that we try to get our minds read one more time, see if Lady Knight has anything she can share.
Good
I'm
idea.
wondering what, as you described, caused that blast. However many times ago it was now. Also, I can tell you that Pith is still in prison. We might seek out the Grey Hand for a little bit more information.
Oh.
See if they know anything about what's going on. I've got to tell you, though, a thought occurred to me. I'm wondering if this time loop isn't only imprisoning us, but if that beast isn't stuck in here with us. He seems to realize that he's repeating as well.
But he seems to be enjoying this situation. And it seems like he's been doing it longer than us.
Yes, but the first time, he said always the same. Maybe we're trapped in some kind of prison with him.
But how come we're only noticing it now, if he's been doing it so long?
Well, that's what we've got to find out.
One thing we have that he doesn't. We've got each other. And all I can say is, we're not trapped in here with him. He's trapped in here with us.
That's
And we're
right.
going to stop him.
The close sign gets flipped to open in the forbidden flask.
Shall we?
I say we should, but tactfully this time.
Indeed. Knock, knock.
She opens the door. You see Lady Knight. I see you've all come to my door. Interesting. Well, have you brought more deliveries?
Yes, I have. I have one scroll for you.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm sorry for the delay.
No worries. May I have it?
Yes. I hand over my Earth Tremor spell to her.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I will grab some potions for you.
I was wondering perhaps if we could trade those potions for other items in your shop.
Sure. What would you wish?
Well, do you have any protection or invisibility spells?
Possibly. I would have
Protection
to look
against
for a
blindness.
Bit. Might take me a bit of effort. Could take some time if you're willing to wait.
Lady Knight, also, we've all seemed to be struggling with something, but we can't quite explain it, and we hope you might be willing to use your unique ability to see inside our minds. Any one of us would suffice.
Why do you wish me to read your minds?
It's very difficult to explain, and I'm afraid you wouldn't believe us if we told you.
But you might believe us if you saw it.
Roll for persuasion with advantage, whoever wants to do. Actually, it's Hanks who's trying to convince with advantage.
Does anyone have better persuasion than I do? That's
I
not bad.
have a -1.
Yeah, me too.
You said advantage, right?
Yeah.
That should be 19.
19. Sure. She takes out her copper ring. She places it on her fingers. Who should I read?
Perhaps Tobin or Fallerhana?
Maybe Garrett.
Sure.
Yeah. Do I need to do anything?
You can choose to fail this wisdom save. She's going to delve into your mind. What's the first thing you're thinking of?
I'm freaked out by this. And
Calm
I'm like wondering,
down.
am I going to get it wrong?
It's fine. You're going to get it right. Just relax your mind. What is it you wish for me to see?
I think of the demon.
Just the demon?
That's the first thing I think of.
Oh, what is this? And it zooms out and you see the demon and the carnage, and it flashes through the fights that you've had and running away from Mr. Hanks dying, and you see Mr. Hanks drunk and being slammed with the door, and
And her dying?
you see her dead, dying, and just the same type of fight now 3 times. And then she looks at you, looks at all of you. What is going on here?
We've been stuck in this for, well, this is our 4th loop, if you will. It always starts, we wake up this morning, we feel a slight tremor, the day goes, the festival goes, and in the late afternoon, this creature comes and kills indiscriminately, murders everyone.
Every morning. Interesting.
In one of
Familiar
the
to
days,
you?
I might have something in my storeroom that could help us. Give me 1 second.
Mr. Squeaks scutters off a little bit.
She
Keeping a
goes
very
over to
close
the
eye on
door.
her.
I'll be right back. Just 1 second. I'll go to my storeroom. She goes to the door and she unlocks the door. What are you doing, Miss Grew?
Watching her.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, it's curious.
Sure.
Yep, I'm going to spread ourselves out a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, keeping an eye on her.
She opens the
close.
door and she steps in. She closes the door. For the briefest moment, as she's about to close the door, Fallerhana, you know that feeling the morning after the first battle? And there was that feeling of hunger. And there's a connection. For the briefest second, you feel almost supercharged for a few seconds. You're just as if your mind is just racing and you feel a connection open. What would you like to do?
Throw that door wide open and look through it. If I'm feeling that connection, I want to reach out to it.
I need a dexterity check because it's getting shut, right? So she's shutting it. So you gotta.
Okay.
This is the briefest moment when she is stepping in before the door's closing.
That is a 22.
Hell yeah. You reach over, you grab the door in that instance, and you prevent it, but the door's struggling against it as you're trying to pry it open, but it's trying to shut on you.
Help me!
What do the rest of you do?
Is this like a literal door?
Yeah,
or a
and then the
mental
actual
door?
storeroom door, the one you saw
Oh,
her go
okay.
behind before.
So then I go over and grab the door and try to keep it from closing.
I'm gonna go into Mr. Squeaks and have him try to go through the door,
Heck,
the opening.
yeah. Give me an athletics check from you guys to aid.
Can we give him advantage? if
Heck
he-
yeah, it's advantage, yeah.
I'm assuming you're the strongest of us.
And you're going into Mr. Squeaks?
And having him go through the door.
Okay, so your body's just kind of like limp,
Oh,
like that. Yeah, cool.
Am I doing it as well?
What did you get for
16 for me.
16. Yeah, you're prying it open. As you can see, beyond the door is just an infinity of empty space with all this multicolored. It just looks like chaos in front of you. And this is what, in your dreams, Falarhana, you feel freedom. This is your natural environment. This is
my
where
God.
the deepest parts of you have connected, the part that connects to your magic, as Mr. Squeaks goes through and appears on what appears to be this kind of floating platform outside here. And you see Lady Night is heading towards the middle of this platform. As she turns and looks at the rest of you, and Mr. Squeaks, she turns around. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to be quite stealthy and go around her.
As you go around her to take a look around, you can see that there's this outline of a door that's the sliver is being trying to pull open as you see the rest of your friends. And you see her looking at the door and just kind of quizzically looking at the rest of you. What are you trying to do? As you wrench it open for a briefest of seconds. And I'm going to give you all a choice. There is this motion that is pulling you towards this, what appears to be possibly another plane of existence. You can choose to allow it to pull you in, or you can choose to fight against it now and close the door back. But it is the force that was pulling the door is now trying to pull you in as you're between it and the door.
I am flinging myself straight through.
Yeah, do it.
You fling through, yeah. And Mr. Hanks,
We have to stay together. Off I
leap
go.
forward.
I mean, Mr. Squeaks sees all my friends leap into the room, and I instantly go back into Tobin, and I try to leap through the door.
I need
as
a
well.
dexterity save to see
That's
if you
the
can get
problem.
through in this moment, because there's
Oh,
a distance involved here.
guys! A natural 20.
Nat 20? Ah, shit. You leap back into your body, you leap forward, and then the door slams behind you, and you are what appears to be in the astral plane.
Oh.
As you look around, and Lady Night looks to you and says, I do not wish to have any part of whatever you have seen, and if that is happening in that city, I am going far, far away. And she says, you do not know who it is you are dealing with here. Birshet Malchai, the undying spite, the shadow queen of endless night, the jewel of the abyss. Get out of my home. Roll for initiative.
Oh, shit.
Whoops.
And that's where we'll leave it for today's episode. Well, there you have it. Stranded in another plane of existence, the NWA is about to face off against Lady Night. But who is she really? And what happens if you die here? Find out in the next episode of What's My Role? What's My Role is a proud member of the Arcane Focus Network. Don't forget to subscribe and rate us wherever podcasts are downloaded. It really does help. And be sure to tell your friends about What's My Role. See you next time.